you say vengeance belongs to the Lord. I see why you said when you come back, what you gonna do to the oppressor. I see why. See, but if you're African American, or you think you just black, Latino, Puerto Rican, you don't understand the vengeance that the Lord gonna give you, or the justice that the Most High gonna give you in that Bible. We don't understand it because we think we all what? We all gonna die and go to hell. Huh? We think we all gonna die and hold hands and go to heaven together. Huh? But when you're Israelite, that's not what the Bible says. That ain't what the scriptures say. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
So like, if I may, that's so heavy, emphasizing how the Christian church, they deflect from the importance of Israel, and they focus on this new thing,
the image.
Right.
Yeah.
On my way over here, I was just thinking, like, man, Christianity is the house of confusion, right? I Googled, like, how many denominations within Christendom are there. It says there are an estimated 45,000 to over 47,000 different Christian denominations and distinct church groups worldwide. And this is according to the Center for the Study of Global Christianity at the Gordon Cornwell Theological Seminary. Almost 50,000 separate denominations, instead of you acknowledging the fact that you are an Israelite.
You're Israelite. See, that's what I'm saying. Once
it stands alone.
Yeah, it stands alone. So when you add those different denominations of Christianity, it's all out there. And then guess what month we in now? Black History Month.
Right.
We're in Black History Month. And guess what they're gonna throw us? Guess what else they're gonna throw in there? February. Valentine's Day. Make you feel good. That's the thing that they constantly condition our people with, making you feel good instead of just telling you the truth. We read this Bible in our SUBK, these generals, these captains, these officers, these troopers, these sisters, we're called to live by a specific standard. Law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? When we live by law, statutes, and commandments, we take accountability for everything that comes in and out of our communities. If you're black, you don't know nothing about that. If you're African American, it's changed. Where is it now? If you're a Negro, it's changed. Every generation, they move the goalposts. My generation is different from your generation. What you were called by, then that don't even really matter no more. What was the standard of living in your generation? Oh, you had to be in the house before the street lights came on. Huh? What was some of those older generational rules? That my grandma used to say, like, what was some of those things? Like, you didn't steal from nobody in your community. Hell no, you didn't. If somebody caught you stealing, man, everybody bust your ass. Everybody gonna beat you. Here go another one. If you cut up in school, the teacher will whoop you. If somebody that was in your community found out that you did something in school before you got home, they gonna cut your ass too. They move the goalposts for every generation because we're not calling ourselves the Lord's chosen. The minute we put a stamp on this day and time that we're the Lord's chosen, we all got a standard to live by. We all have law, statutes, and commandments and rules and regulations that governs how we're going to treat each other, how we're going to treat our children, how we allow others to treat our children. You understand? But when you move the goalposts in every generation, it's forever changing. Now the generation say, what? You better not touch my kid. And then what they say? You better not touch my kid. My kid ain't done nothing. Shit, we didn't have no cell phones. I'm telling my age. Somebody call you up, they hang up. We had to start 69 their ass. You know what I'm saying? Now we come up, we had two-way calling bunker, y'all. Hey, you gotta click over and call Ayathon. Yeah, party line. You know what I'm saying? Brother generation, your generation, Kowal generation. They may not have had that. You maybe had one person on that whole family that had a phone. You had to go there to use the telephone. But I'm showing the changes that take place over time, and the oppressor knows it. With each generation, he put his timestamp on it to change our identity. We go into the Bible to say we're none of those things. We the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. We are the Israelites. Yes. We belong to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel that the word has completely forgot about. You understand? So don't get caught up in all this Black History Month.
Right.
Nigga, we you know what I'm saying? My timeline flooded with, did you know? Nigga, what?
Salaki is
Come on.
everywhere, sir. I went into a retail shop and they already got the kente cloths out.
Yeah.
Right there in the front of the store. There's no escaping it.
See, that's another generational thing. And NBA, them young boy, I ain't seen none of them in no kente cloths. What they at? This new generation, they ain't wearing no kente cloths. They think they Muslims. Because in Muslims, they teach them what you can commit a crime. You can be a criminal. In Islam, that's the wild man. Every generation they throw another identity on us, so it stops us from loving each other. You understand? It stops us from respecting each other. If we were Israelites, I would know how to treat a brother great according to the Bible, no matter how old he was or how young he was, Quadon. I'm still gonna see him as a brother. You understand? I'm gonna know how to treat a sister, no matter how old she is, or how young she is. You understand? The idea of this PDF file, what y'all call it now? PDF file. See, our sisters would know, because I was watching this thing earlier that Commander Junior Hunter brought out last night, and he was talking about how Jay-Z and Puff Daddy and all them were dealing with, Beyonce when they was younger, Aaliyah, all these. See, fathers would know, like, wait a minute, brother. Nah. You just bagging on my daughter. See what I'm saying? And then all these things are coming out every generation. What was good for our people back in 80, 90s, 2000? I was, what's old girl name that dated the basketball player? Not Nia Long. What's her name, Cole? Yeah. Nah, she dated the basketball player. He got jammed up with. He was a coach. Nia Long. Yeah, she said she dated a man. She was 17 and dated a 31-year-old. Right now, back then they said, "Oh, nothing wrong with that." She said her mom would let her do it. But I'm saying every generation it changes. The standard changes, so the oppressor can persecute us anytime you get ready to. Come on, Ayathan.
So like what's heavy about what you're saying is that I was watching, Commander Jane Hunter 2 last night, and like what you're saying is absolutely correct. But when they got to the white boy and Will Smith was trying to get the white boy, his daddy stepped in and told him, nah, he trying to get you.
Yeah.
Like he trying to take you.
Come.
His dad stepped in and interfered and cut it off. But our children don't have nobody to protect them.
Give him my hand. Give him my hand. Damn right. Damn right. What else we got on deck tonight, man? But yeah, I just thought about that during. Do not let Black History Month cloud your judgment on serving the Lord.
Right.
Our people are strong people. We have been through an enormous amount of torture, torment, all type of wicked things that we've encountered in the earth. And all those things that happen to us because we are the Lord's chosen. You understand?
Right.
That's why. Because we're dealing with evil, wicked people on the face of the earth. Come on, Buck, yeah.
Here you go.
Go ahead.
Go into the curses?
Please.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1.
Come on.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Most High in Christ. All these commandments. Our boy say, don't have nobody in my house while I'm at work. No, that's some of those old things. That's some of those old sayings. Latchkey babies. You understand? Now it's like, man, kids don't even go outside. All these what, Bunky?
Salakia. We go to 28 and 1.
You start at 27. Let's
Come,
talk about the real history of Israelites.
Sorry, Christ.
Not the image that they, like the sister said, like they put in front of us, right? They put an image in front of us, and a lot of us sell out on the image. The one thing about the image that they place in front of us is it was the wrong image. And if you live a life so long, you get accustomed to living and saying certain things that we just don't want to change. And that's what this word is banking on. The word is banking on us to be able to create a routine. Want you to follow the same steps, generation after generation. When it start getting cold, what do people start buying? Christmas trees. Start buying pumpkins. They start, you seen the leaves fall on the ground. They start buying rakes. It's the reason why department stores have certain things in season and what? Out of season, right? So we talk about what we have to change as a people. We got to understand that, guess what? All these seasons that are around us, this time that we're living in, it's all wicked. It's all ran by wicked people on this face of the earth. That's what we're living in. It's not about the Christmas tree, the 4th of July, the New Year's celebration. It's not about the MLK. All those things that they put in front of us are wicked according to the Bible. It's your job, our job, to decide, okay, I got to try and start. This ain't working. It has to be more than what they lying telling me about. Because if it was working so perfectly, things would be changing around here. Things would be absolutely changing. You take a look in all these schools that Commander Junior Hunter has set up in the spirit of Christ. Brother, every brother in here may come in here one way, but we leave another way.
That's right.
Every sister who come in here may come in here one way, but they go out and they teach other people. We become living examples of what God is like, how Christ wants to live. We begin to walk in the spirit of Christ when we speak to one another. They're not doing that nowhere else on the face of the earth. They're going to tell you about Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Black History Month, Mother's Day, Father's Day, but they won't tell you how to change your life to receive the kingdom of God. You understand? Read, Bunk, y'all.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Keep what?
Keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Now, what would be the significance of having the elders along with Moses establishing that in the land? When you talk about elders have seen a few things, Bunk, y'all. Come on.
So, like, if I may, an elder is supposed to lead.
Yeah.
That's the natural role of leadership, to show the younger generations how to move.
Why and how?
Right.
How and why? I mean, why though? You know what I'm saying? You right on it.
Oh, I mean, because where else would they look?
No,
look everywhere else. But
let's keep it simple.
Okay, so
elder done failed and bumped and tore his ass up on black ice before.
Right.
A young kid ain't never seen it. They think it's safe to play on black ice. A young kid gonna be like, oh, that look nice. That elder gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, young buck. I know that look like fun. Yeah, I've been down that road before.
Right.
But you're gonna end up in Cape Fear Valley. You want to go in there and play on the ice, young buck. The kids think it's nice to go out there and play in the snow. They go out there and play, hey, snowball. 5 minutes later, I can't feel my hands.
Right.
The elders have lived a life to guide us. You understand? When you live a life according to the law, statutes, and commandments, it's our responsibility to guide our children. No, and it doesn't mean just age either. You can have a brother young as Ayathan. I can say Connor one Connor Ayathan, because the Lord can put him in a place for me to follow him. You understand? He will be an elder over me because of his experiences and things he's seen in this truth. Now, that don't mean like I can't show him how to put a transmission in, right? Yeah, I can show how to put a transmission in. However, this brother has experience in making sure that we are protected as a people and following what God sets in place, okay? Come on, Bunk, y'all.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Go ahead.
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. That's it. That's if anybody looking for the key on how to change their life, that's it. Following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
But if we just following, if we think we just black, you're gonna miss that. If you think we're just an African American, you're gonna miss that. If you think you're just a Mexican, you're gonna miss this. But if you begin to realize that you're an Israelite, that's when you're gonna be like, uh-oh, that's for me right there. That's for me. That's for me. We done joined the military. We done went and fought for Esau, joining all his wars, and what happened? Nothing. We lose all of it. Shalom, brother. You gone? All right. Keep coming. I give him a hand. Y'all most sign Christ. Brother came out. Come on. Keep reading.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Go ahead.
to observe and to do all his commandments.
No, some of his commandments.
All his commandments.
Hold tight, Bunk, yeah. Check. Read that scripture again for me, Bunk, y'all.
Khan, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Does Black History Month tell us this? Black History Month don't say nothing about that. What's that?
They're looking for the correspondence.
Oh.
I think it's in the drawer.
Does Black History Month teach us that we got to be obedient to the law, statutes, and commandments? What does Black history actually teaches us? Come on.
Salakia, outside the fact that we're Africans and we are beginning with slavery, and then they teach us the culture of the oppressor. They don't teach us, the things that we need to learn in accordance with what the Bible says.
Mm-hmm.
They teach the oppressors Christianity. They teach us that, we need to embrace our roots, and they point us in the wrong direction by putting us underneath the Hamites and not underneath Jacob. They put us under, the nations that hate us, the nations that sold us.
Man, I tell you what, I'm gonna make it even simple. It makes us not examine anything that the oppressor does. If the greatest thing about being an Israelite and knowing the truth about us and where we come from, you get the spirit of examining everything that the oppressor tells you. You stop Salakia at that cap. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayat. Now clap it up.
Kawadakim. How y'all doing? Shalom. Yahabashim Shakatham, Yahawashim Tabashim Mashai. What we looking at?
We were just going into Black History Month, Cap. You know what I'm saying? And how we should examine everything that the oppressor gives us or says to us.
Yeah. Yep. You're gonna have to, because if you don't, you're gonna fall into his trap, into his deceitful trap. You understand? He have us thinking what? That Christ died for what? Everybody.
Yep.
You understand? We're gonna get into we're going. I'm gonna try and tie him with the topic, right? Any questions online?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I see a young man Desron just posted up one and said, Salaki, what is spiritual fornication?
All right, let's go to it. Let's go to it. Let's go to the scripture on it. Ask him to pull the scripture on it. All right.
Can you hear? Young man Desron, can you hear? Yeah, type in the chat and let him know to go to the Bible verse. What scripture did he use to ask the question? What did he want to go to?
Oh, somebody let's look it up right there.
How you ask the question? You don't know the.
No. You don't understand. Sometimes you ask it based on the fact of what you're hearing. You understand? All right. So just give me
Come on.
if he doesn't know it, go to let's start here. Right, go to Revelation 21:9. Uh-huh.
Young man Desiree says, I seen it being used in relation to a grounds for divorce.
Right. Correct. Right. And we're gonna get that today. Right. We know that according to the Bible, not according to these these false prophets, these antichrists. You understand? According to the Bible, the only way you could put your wife away is for what? For what?
So like I said, if I may,
Come on.
for fornication.
For fornication. Let's start there. Right? Let's start there. That's the only way you could put your wife away. You understand? Now I understand the everyone's, I think it's the premise, or you know what I mean, what the motive on saying spiritual fornication. You understand? When they don't know the Bible. You understand? And most of these Christian groups, most of these groups that call themselves Israelites, if you speak to them long enough, you will get to understand why they do not want to come into the truth. You understand? And it's a simple fact. Why do these simple, other Israelite groups do not want to come into the UPK, into the truth? Why? Come on.
So like I said, if I may,
Come on.
they want to remain in that sense.
Simple. That's it right there. Because they are sinners. You understand? And it's coming out. Just imagine your leader, you understand, is buying a pagan kit. So you can imagine the congregation. You understand? The men that follow him. Then you have another group with your leader prancing like a female. You understand? Sending the pictures to men in his congregation. Now you understand why they're sitting with him. You understand? Because they're allowed to do what? To be a sinner. But in here, you're not allowed to be a sinner. You understand? In here, you cannot leave your woman except it be for what? Except it be for what? Who have Matthew?
Fornication, sir.
Yes, Matthew 23. You're Matthew 23. But it's 23, right? What's his name? Akashka, read it for me.
Sir. Which verse, sir?
23. Let me see. No. Give me Matthew 19:9. Matthew's 19:9.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Except it be for what?
For fornication.
Does it say spiritual fornication?
Sir.
It says what?
For fornication.
For fornication. Right? And fornication is what? What is fornication according to the Bible?
woman have Salakis, if I may.
Mhm.
If the woman go out and have sex with another man,
Well, that's one. What type of fornication we call that?
that'd be adultery.
That's adultery.
And
Well,
all illicit sex, I think, fall in the fornication category.
unlawful. What you want to say is
Unlawful.
unlawful sex.
Unlawful. Unlawful.
You understand? Right? That's fornication. Unlawful sex. You understand? Sex that you woman on woman. What's the other one? Beast. Woman on what? On beast. And these laws, these adultery laws. You understand? It's how to put it. It's how you go about, you know what I mean, ending your marriage. You understand? That's the only way. You understand? Like you suspecting a woman committing adultery, what should you do? What should you do? Come on.
Slack you, sir. You should take it to counsel.
Yeah, bring it to counsel. Right? There's a story where a brother brought his woman before the priest, and the priest did what? Took the dust off the floor in the temple, and what? Gave her to what? To drink it. Made that concoction and gave her to drink it. And if that woman brought that back up, you understand? She was what? She was looked at as being a whore. You understand? An adulterer. You understand? A sinner. You understand? So read that one more time.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife,
Mm-hmm.
except it be for fornication,
Mm-hmm.
and shall marry another,
Mm-hmm.
committed adultery.
Committed what?
Adultery.
So how does a man commit the adultery? Young man, Desiree, how does a man commit adultery? All right. While he replying, give me Revelation 21. Whole Revelation 21 for me, Akashka.
Come on, sir.
Okay, correct, by laying with another man's woman. But in this case we're talking about here. Read that verse one more time.
Salakia.
Matthew 19 and I think verse 9.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Matthew chapter 19 and verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery.
All right. So how does the man commit adultery here? Anybody?
Slack for putting away his wife for any other.
Yes, that man that put his wife away. You understand? That man that put his wife away, when that woman did not commit adultery, he is the one committing adultery. It's going to be on him. You understand? And we take that very seriously in here. Sisters, we take that very seriously in here. Yes, correct. That's it, young man. That's it. All right. Now go to Revelation 21 and 9.
Come on. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 9. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels, which had a 7 vial full of the 7 last plague.
Hold on. Wait, where you at?
Revelation chapter 21 and verse 9.
20, you said.
Salakia, sir.
I said 21. Revelation 21, verse
No,
9.
that was 21 and 9, sir.
Read it one more time, then it might be in verse 10. Read it one more time for me.
Come on. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials full of the 7 last plagues.
Right? So remember those plagues, right? That's on the earth right now, that's taking place. All right, read on.
And talk with me, saying,
Mm-hmm.
Come hither. I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife.
I will show thee what?
The bride.
Who's the bride? Who's the bride? Young man, who's the bride? Your son, who's the bride?
It's like, sir, Israel.
Yes, Israel is the bride. I said the bride, the what?
The Lamb's wife.
And who's the lamb? And who's the lamb?
So like I said, you have a shot.
Yes, Christ. So now it's saying that what? Israel is married to who?
The Hawashai, sir.
To Christ, right?
Come on.
No. Is that literal? Is it literal? It was a metaphor showing how close we are to Christ.
So like I said, if I may, it's a metaphor.
Come on.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah. Right? To show the relationship that we have with Christ. You understand? So now if that's a if that's a metaphor, right? Now, how can this bride commit adultery? So now this will have to be what? Considered what? Spiritual adultery. When we do what? What is spiritual adultery now?
Slagia, sir.
Come on.
We serve other gods.
That's it. When we serve other gods. So you can't say, well, you know what? Well, she commits spiritual fornication. Now I can leave her. There's no way in the Bible saying that. You can leave your wife over what? Spiritual fornication. You're a simpleton. You just want to leave the woman. That ain't no different than what they was doing when.
They was doing that with Moses. He had to get the law of divorce.
Yes. Why did they want a law of divorce?
They was killing. They was just, they would find any reason to get rid of her.
Yes, that's it. They were just making up any reason to do what? To get rid of this woman. Any reason. That's why Christ came in the New Testament and he increased it. You understand? He came and tell you, yo, Moses allowed you to do it. But in the beginning, it what? It wasn't so. You understand? Right? Read that verse one more time.
Come on. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 9. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels, which had 7 vials full of the 7 last plague, and talk with me, saying, Come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife.
You understand? All right? So that spiritual fornication has nothing to do with that woman. Remember, the fornication is speaking about is that act of what? Unlawful sex. Well, when we go worship other gods, that's how the Lord look at it. You understand? Remember, what did the Lord say? How do men feel when their woman choose another man? Because she can't come and say what? Well, it was a mistake. No, was no mistake. You went to a hotel or some motel, room 101. You understand? You went there, which means you what? You choose to go do that with that man, to have sex with that other man. You understand? How do men feel?
It's like it. Men are jealous, feeling anger, rage. You know.
So
Anything.
what you describing there when it comes to the Lord?
Right.
He is a what?
Jealous power.
That's it. Like the Lord made you to do what? To worship him and him only. That's why when you read in the New Testament, I think in Revelation, it talks about the I believe I don't know if it's kings with crowns on the head, and they just what? Throwing it down at the God's feet and worshiping him and saying, King, I forget how it goes. You all know what I'm talking about?
Can't, sir.
Akim, you all know what I'm talking about? Only one man say it. Akim?
I don't want to.
You all know what I'm talking about, right?
Can't.
With the 24 rulers throwing their crowns down to the ground and worshiping the Lord day and night. Like, you know what I mean? That's the Most High power. And now you go and do what? Go into what? Islam, into Christianity, you're committing spiritual fornication. You understand?
So lucky, sir.
Come on.
Have that script if you wanted. Revelations 4 and 10.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 4, verse 10. The 24 elders fell down before him.
Right. The
that
4
sat
and
on the
20
throne.
elders. Right? Go ahead.
That sat on the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever. And cast their crowns before the throne, saying,
Read on.
Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created.
You understand? Like the Lord, that's the Lord Act. That's who you're dealing with. That's the Lord. Like you don't want to mess with the Lord when it comes to worshiping him, man. You go into these other religion and you're going to see what's going to happen. The Lord is not going to deal with you right. You understand? That's why all these things that these other Israelite groups doing is coming to light, because they're not serving God. And God said anything that's done in the dark is going to come to what? To the light. Meaning what? We all going to see what you're doing. It's just a matter of what? It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Let's give it some time. I mean, you know, like that simpleton. You know what I mean? That woman who you suspect, you know what I mean, committing adultery. It's gonna come to light. And it's gonna come to light too. How can it come to light? What you'll have to do if you suspect her, I believe what's his name? Kowal said it earlier. You're gonna have to take her to counsel. And the Lord gonna bring it to light. You're gonna bring it to light. You understand? You don't have to wait to actually see the whole action. You don't need to see that. Trust me. You'll be traumatized after that. You know what I mean? You don't need to see all of that. You understand? The simple thing is to bring it to counsel. Your woman that's in here, then guess what? You better come bring your tail and get some counseling. So you could find out, you know what I mean, what's, you know what I mean, how to move, how to maneuver through these times. You understand? All right. I think young man, you good with that? So that spiritual fornication has nothing to do with you leaving your woman. You understand? The only way you can leave your woman is if she commits adultery, or I should say fornication, any unlawful sex. You understand? You walk in that door and a dog is in that bed, Salakia. She done. You understand? You walk in that room and she in the bed with, you know what I mean, with that, you know what I mean, the other woman. That's it. That's unlawful sex. It's done. You understand? All right. Any more questions on that? We good on that? All right, solid. All right. Any more questions? If not, let's go to let's start at let's go to 1 minute. I think I wanted to start at Daniel 7:25. Right? And who behind the computer for your in Fayetteville?
Salakia, sir, I am. Bunka, yeah.
Hey, look up some of the recent news on that Epstein file for me.
Come on, sir.
You know what I mean? Akashka, get Daniel 7:25.
Come, sir. I'm ready now.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And that's what's taking place on the earth. You understand? For the truth came. I mean, the truth is here, and it's doing what?
Wearing out the saints.
The truth is spreading.
Oh, come on, sir.
You understand? But read it again from the top.
Come. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High,
right,
and shall wear out the saints of the Most High,
right, and shall wear out the saints. And who is the he speaking great words against the Most High? Who's the he?
So like you said, the oppressor.
The oppressor.
Satan.
Yes. Especially, say that one more time. What's the last part you said, Kowal?
Oh, I said the oppressor, or Satan, you know, the embodiment of Satan on
the
earth.
God. Yes. All right, the oppressor. And which one of the oppressors? You understand? Which one of his dukes? You understand? The so-called Amalek, the so-called small hats, boy, they're doing a work. They are speaking against the Most High. Because they're saying what? That we are God's chosen people. No, you're not. You never was, and you never will be. You understand? They done, you know what I mean, come up with a narrative to take on the what? The identity of God chosen people. Well, that's a great lie. You understand? And then you have the other oppressors, they following in line and sync with it. You understand? They all know that what? The so-called small hats are what? Lying. You understand? Like everybody know, for you to be a Jew, how can one be a Jew? How can one be a Jew?
Like
That's your question. Come
like
on.
you said, have to be from the bloodline of Jacob.
And that's it. It's as simple as that. You can't convert into being a Jew. You understand? You can't go do some ritual and say, now I'm a Jew. You can't do that. You understand? Can't do that. You have to be from a bloodline, from the 12 tribes of Israel, for you to be a Jew. You understand? And to be specific from the tribe of Judah. You understand? To be a Jew. All right? Read on.
Come on. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25 in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And think to change times and laws.
And think to what?
To change times and laws.
And laws. Now, who does that? Who try to change time and laws? There's only one people on this earth that is doing that right now. You created the UN. And guess what? They're dismantling the UN right now. And what they created now? Who knows what they created now? You know the name of it?
Salakia, sir, the Council of Peace.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to create more laws to govern the earth. Or to try and govern the earth. Right? Read on.
Calvin Khan, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25 in the middle. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times.
So he will be, who is he will be given into his hands?
So like
Who's the day? Who's the day? Sorry.
The laws.
Mm-hmm. Who's the day? Remember, this Daniel. Daniel here, right?
Answer.
All right. The vision he having. What is he saying here? He's saying what? Read it again. And
they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
You understand? Right? Remember, we in this position because of what? Why are Black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people in this position? We're in this position because of what we did, what we didn't do. You understand? The commandments of the Lord that we didn't follow. That's why we're in this position. It's not because he's stronger, the oppressor is stronger, or he's, you know what I mean, or he is smarter, because he's none of the above. You understand? But because we moved the Lord to wrath, that's why. You understand? And the Lord is saying what? This, what we in, is just for what? It's just for a time. It's just for a time. You understand? Some brothers and sisters come into the truth with the mindset of, if Christ don't come back within a week, I'm out. You want to say Christ coming back, and it look like Christ. It looks so. But the most some of us might give is a week. You understand? Can't do that. Remember, our time and the Most High time is what? Different. To the Lord, a day is what? 1,000 what?
Years.
Yes. So he's very what?
patient.
Yeah. You understand? And he's saying that these so-called oppressors, he is weighing out the saints. And how is the oppressor weighing out the saints?
Say again, Cap.
How is the oppressor wearing out the saints?
Sluggish, sir.
Come on.
You got ice. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got, the drugs, the
Mhm.
media, the propaganda.
Yes.
All that.
You understand? Like all of that you're talking about there is psychological warfare. It could be physical, the way ICE dealing with with our brothers. You understand? 2 of our Hispanic brothers lose their life in a detention center, and they say is what? What you think the claim it was because of? Suicide. And then I believe one of them, their family got an autopsy or something on them. And the doctor say this was from asphyxiation or something like that. This wasn't from, from him having a noose around his neck, hanging himself. Like all of that is stress. You understand? All of that is going to wear at you, to the point where you are going to start to do what? What do some of us do because of this wearing out?
Sluggish, sir.
Come on.
We turn to drugs and alcohol abuse and lose hope. And then finally go searching for other, religions or stuff that can't save us.
Yes. But the ones that don't fall to that, what happened? What they end up doing? What they end up falling to? Now, that's where your Uncle Toms come into play. They start what? Turning on their own people because of the what? The stress and the pressure that the oppressor giving you. Instead of doing what? Loving your brother.
Sluggish, sir. It's like the old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. They take that literally and join the oppressor.
Yes. And what do they tell themselves when they join the oppressor? You have to fight him where?
Oh, you got to change things from the inside, brother.
Yeah, change things from the inside. So you go join these organizations, lying to yourself, saying what? You're gonna fix things on the inside. And instead you fix your pocket and forget about Black people, Hispanics and First Nation people. You understand? Right? Any more on that? No, I think that's it on that one.
No.
Go to let's start 1 John 2:18. Right? Banker, you get any?
Khan, Salakia, sir, I got a few different stories.
Come ahead. Hit me with the
With
heavy
respect
ones.
to the Epstein files.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so for those people that don't know, it says the Epstein files are over 6 million pages of documents, images, and videos detailing the criminal activities of American financier and convicted child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and his social circle of public figures that included politicians and celebrities. And some of the top stories. USA Today, who is in the latest Epstein files release? Documents revealed new names. According to The Hill, Trump says countries should move on from Epstein files after latest batch release.
And now hold on. Hold on, right? So he's saying the country should what? Just move on from the Epstein file, right? And that's so that is exactly what they did to who? Who they did that to? And tell them you should move on. Forget about it.
Salakia, sir. Black people.
Yes, and Hispanics and First Nation people. We should just move on from it. Well, mother effer, they're victims. So what you want the victims to do? So you want nobody to go to jail? Nobody to go to jail.
Right. Salakia, Cap.
Come on.
I would say that's the oppressor's MO. he does all type of atrocities and wickedness, and say, you gotta just forgive and let God. That's how he does it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the problem is, the Lord have a way of making him eat his own hypocrisy. Why I say that is this. America in an uproar over the Epstein file because of what? Because of what? Akim? Earth? Why is America in an uproar? Come on.
So, like, I mean, I would say because, for one, we know that the president is a criminal, and Americans want validation. They want physical evidence.
Hold on, no bank here. I could come in and say what? They voted for the criminal.
Kind of one concept.
They voted him in, so they accept who the hell he is, right? But why is America upset with this?
So
what is the Epstein file about?
So like I said, if I may,
Come on.
I think they're upset because there's a lot of young white women who were violated.
Yeah, kids. Yeah, right. You understand? But when our kids get violated, when our kids get unalive, America don't cry. That's how hypocritical they are. You understand? But the Lord have a way of making, your whole deceit come full circle and hit your mom. Head on. Now deal with it. This place is ripe. It's right there for a civil war. Right there. And blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, just sit back. They want to put you in a detention center, sit back. Chill. Relax. Free food. You understand? I hate to make light. I don't want to make light of it, but what's coming their way ain't nothing compared to what they're doing to them so-called Hispanics. The Lord is going to deal with them on that. You understand? What it did to black people, what it did to brothers in the Caribbean, the Lord is coming to deal with them on that. England right now at loggerheads with America. You understand? Like they're fitting to really, go at it. And the Lord is, putting all, the pawns, all the knobs on the board. He's just moving them around. You understand? You all remember this story about with Ahab and the prophets of God? You all remember that story? Whole way at go to Kings. Go to Kings, 1 Kings 20:22. You understand? Like the Lord all the way in this ark. All the way in it.
Start at the first verse, sir.
No, 22 and 21. 1 Kings 22 and 21.
Come on. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 22 and verse 21. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him.
I will what?
I will persuade him.
So all your demons, who your demons are them working for? All your spirit, all the angels, who they working for?
Like I said, the Most High.
Yes, the Most High, Lord. You understand? And this spirit came before the Most High and said what? I will what?
I will persuade him.
Right, and this is speaking about who? Who's him?
Ahab.
Ahab had a reputation. Brothers, I beg you, don't get that reputation Ahab had. You understand? Do not. Ahab had a bad reputation. Ahab is what you will call today what? What word would you use to describe Ahab? And you will never ever get to use it. You know what I mean? On a One West brother.
So like I say, he was a simp.
He was a what?
A simp.
Yeah. Give me another word. You right.
So like
He was.
you're a tyrant.
Salakia, sir.
Okay. Come on.
Wicked.
I'll take wicked. He was wicked. But I need a word that is going to make, you know, I mean, you call a man this, and he is basically, he's checking himself. He you know, I mean, he might be close to, you know, I mean, fighting, just to show you he's not. Come on.
Salakia. When he a liar?
He was a liar. Yeah, I'll take that too.
Salakia, sir. Female dog.
A weak.
I'll take that. But the word I'm looking for, he was a weak man, very weak. You understand? And Jezebel, you understand? Jezebel, you want a word that coincides with the B word? Stop acting like a Jezebel. I ain't calling no B, but I'll call it Jezebel. Stop acting like a Jezebel. You understand? Well, Ahab, he had a Jezebel act, and that Jezebel, you know the reputation Jezebel had. She was an evil woman. You understand? All right, read on.
Come on. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 22 and verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so.
You understand? Like, just imagine, you know what I mean, that happened to Ahab. You know what I mean? He was a weak brother. Lord went and had that spirit go and talk to his prophets and persuade him. And you know the story of what the Lord did to all his prophets. What did the Lord do to all his prophets? The Lord killed all of Ahab's prophets right in front of their face. Fire came down from heaven on them. You understand? The Lord destroyed his prophets because he thought his prophets was the what? Was the shit. Excuse my language. And it wasn't. You understand? I believe it was who was the prophets in that time?
Elijah.
Is it Elijah, right?
Elijah.
Come on, sir.
Yes. Elijah and them called fire down from heaven. You understand? Like they went, they had, you know, for lack of a better term, I would say a test to see who the Lord was with. And the Lord was with Elijah and them, not with those men.
So Salakia, sir.
Come on.
So even with one of the headlines, which is so spiritual, it says Jeffrey Epstein, he had an account, and one of his accounts was called Baal. And since we're speaking about 400 prophets of Baal, you know, one of the headlines is, who is Baal? Epstein's newly released file sparks fear amid sacrifice claims too deep and extreme. So
you understand? Go ahead, Banker. Salaki, finish.
Oh, no, Salakia. No, that was one of the headlines. The fact that he named one of his bank accounts after this deity, this god named Baal.
Yeah.
And now people are speculating because I guess he was Jewish. Now people are speculating who his God actually is. And you know the scriptures say that these people, that's the synagogue of Satan.
Yes. Yes, brother. You know what I mean? Say it. I mean, like brothers and sisters gonna have to realize they gotta come into the UPK, man. You are not going to get this in a Christian church. I'm telling you. You're gonna get a song and a dance, but you won't get these things broken down before you on what's taking place on the earth today. You understand? Epstein, that Epstein file, brother, will make black people, the hardest of criminals, listen to me good, look like saints. I guarantee you. You understand? And they say it was what is over 6 million documents. Did it say how much came out?
Salakia, sorry, Khan. It says Salakia. Let me pull it back up. It says the Epstein files are over 6 million pages of documents, images, and videos.
And guess how much come out? I think it was 2.5 or 3 million came out. And they remember their law was saying they went to Congress and they said what? All the files had to come out. Their own laws. And guess what? Only 2.5. And then you're redacting the look up this one, right? Come on, look up this on your phone. Look up why do people or lawyers or why do they do redaction or redact documents? You understand? Why there's redaction? Let's see. Was it legal?
It says lawyers redact documents to remove sensitive, confidential, or privileged information before sharing them with the opposing counsel, courts, or the public.
Okay. No. They said they had some victims' name, but they redacted some of the perpetrators. Like, you know what is that? You're not hiding the victim. Victim's name out there. But you're hiding the criminal. Now, who hides criminal? No wonder you have a criminal running the country. So you're gonna have a criminal doing what? Hiding what? Criminals.
Other criminals.
Brother, yeah, brother. Let me see if I can pull this video up for you quick. Hopefully they'll jam us up for this. But brother, it's crazy with what's coming out. You understand? Give me let's see, where we just read?
1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 22.
Go to Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 11.
Come on. Ready, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 11. Yea, speedily will he take away, lest that wickedness shall alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
Say that one more time.
Come on. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 11. Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
Right? Like, what is that talking about there? Tell them where you're at.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 11.
Right, we're in the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon.
Come on.
All right. Read verse 10 for me.
Come on. Verse 10. He pleased God and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated.
Right. So tell me where you at Second Ezra as well.
Salaki, sir. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4.
Wisdom of Solomon. Salaki.
Okay.
Right. Go ahead. Read verse 10.
Okay. He pleased God and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated.
Right. He was translated. This is a prophecy of who? Of who? Who is it speaking about here? Right? This has to deal with what? Read one more time.
Come on, sir. The book of Wisdom, chapter 4, the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and verse 10. He pleased God and was beloved of him.
Right. So this has to deal with a man, right? A brother or a sister that did what? That may have done what?
So, like, sir,
Come on.
it's like sound like a brother or sister live righteously.
Yes. You know how sometimes we yeah, I mean, some of us, yeah, I mean, we had a brother who, you know, who passed, you understand, and you might, wonder why. He young, coming, again, coming in strong into the truth. Well, sometimes it'd be like this. Read it one more time.
Come on. The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and verse 10. He pleased God and was beloved of him.
Right. Sometimes, it might come to that this brother or this sister please the Lord so much. You understand? Come in here and start to change their life, start to do everything right. You understand? Get the name, get reborn. You understand? Come into this truth and become somebody brand new. Read on.
Come on. So that living among sinners, he was translated.
So living among sinners, he was what?
Translated.
Meaning what? He was what?
He was taken up.
Unalive.
He was taken. Yes.
He was taken.
Right?
So, like, yes, sir.
Come on.
Can I pull a precept on in Hebrews?
Yeah, come on.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God.
You understand? Right? Right? Read on.
Come on.
So there's a good precept for this also too.
The book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and verse 11. Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
Or deceit beguile his soul. You understand? Like the Lord didn't want, sometimes the Lord don't want that brother or sister what corrupted by this world. You understand? By this evil world that this so-called oppressor done created with lies, deception. You know what I mean? You can imagine, brother, I don't know how you all felt when you all learned that you were the God-chosen people. I don't know how you all felt. You understand? But I felt, you know what I mean, like I was betrayed. You understand? I felt, you know what I mean, I felt anger. You understand? Because I done been living for so long, and I just learning this. I'm just learning that I'm an Israelite. That's what we're telling them. You understand? This world, you know what I mean? If you're not in here, it's going to what? It's going to corrupt you. It's going to. You understand? You better come in here and you better die in here. You understand? You better die in here. Don't die in the world. You understand? You better come in here and give everything to the Lord. You understand? Now take me to Second Ezra's. Second Ezra's 11 and 39. All right? Correct, so there.
Okay. This
Right.
is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 11 and verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
Art not thou in that remaineth of the four beasts,
Mm-hmm.
whom I made to reign in my world?
Right.
That
And he is the what? He is the what of the four beasts?
art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts?
Right. Not thou remaineth of the what? The four beasts. Right? Read on.
Who I made to reign in my world?
Who he made to what? To reign in his world.
Okay.
You understand? The earth is given into who? The hands of the wicked. Who's reigning on the earth today? The so-called oppressor. Read on.
That the end of their time might come through them.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past,
Mm-hmm.
and had power over
Right. And all the beasts that were past. You had what? You had the Greek. You had the the Persians. I'm not doing it in order. So like I can't remember it in order. You had what with the Greek? Who came after the Greek? The Romans, right? And now you have who? Come on.
You got the Assyrians, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, and now I
Right.
guess the oppressor, the Medo Persians.
Yes. And now you have the so-called America, who is like unto what? To that fourth beast, Rome. Right? Read on.
Okay. Second Ezra chapter 2 and 11 and verse 40. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past,
Mm-hmm.
and had power over the world with great fearfulness.
With great what?
Fearfulness.
Brother, everybody fear when they hear America coming for them.
Right.
What did Maduro said? Maduro said, come get wherever you all want, come get it. You understand? So Iranians right now, remember, the Iranians, before the 12, they were, what happened? They was making a deal with Donald Trump. They were going to make a deal with him. And he ended up, what, double-crossing them. You understand, with Israel. Now, after they get double-crossed like that, are you ever going to sit down with a man like that? Would you ever sit down with somebody who just double-crossed you, just on a live, you know what I mean, 80 of your people, kids, women, men, in a building, just to unalive one person? Would you ever go sit down and have a talk with that man?
So like I said, not willingly.
Not willingly, unless you're what?
Detained.
Unless you're what?
Unless you
You
wicked,
will
just
go.
like
It said it right there. Unless you do what? You will go and sit down because you're what? You fear him. You fear what his people could do. You think dropping bombs on Hiroshima was just for show. That's to let everybody on the earth know that this could be your people.
Right.
This could be your people. You better, when I call you to the table, you better come. You can imagine all the turmoil taking place in the country. You hearing presidents, politicians outside the country cheering on people who unaliven the authority in your place, and you still going to sit down with them? You fear them. You fear them. You understand? And I'll bring it back home right here. Even with all our black leaders, go look in the Caribbean with who run in Jamaica, who run in I think it's Grenada. Like, we all had what? Bad experiences with the oppressor. But yet still, there are people in our government that will what? Go sit down and try to make a deal with them because of fear. We don't know why your mom say don't go on the streets and say what you're saying. Is because of what? Fear. You understand? Read on.
Come on. This is the book of 2nd Edges, chapter 11 and verse 40 in the middle. And over the whole compass of the earth with much wickedness, wicked oppression.
With what?
With much wicked oppression.
You have ICE. You understand? You have the police. You have the military. You understand? Like, just imagine you wanted to send the National Guards into our community. Not wanted to, you did send them. Slacky. That's wicked oppression. Like, you know, it is to take your land, take your name, take your reputation, take everything from you, and then put you in the ghetto. And then turn around and blame you for the state of the country. That's wicked oppression. Read on.
Come. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
And he dwelt upon the earth with what?
With deceit.
With deceit. What does that mean? What does that mean? He dwelt upon the earth with deceit. What verse saying?
2nd Edges, chapter 11, and the end of verse number 40, and at the end.
He dwelt upon the earth with deceit. People thinking that you are God's chosen people is deceit. You're not. You're the synagogue of Satan.
That's right.
That's who you are. You understand? You telling black people that what? The civil war was to what? To free you. That's deceit. Civil war was never about freeing black people. The Civil War was about the North being in charge of the South.
Right.
You understand? Controlling the South. That's what it was about. It wasn't about freeing you. But you, which means that what? Anything that comes out this white man's mouth is what?
A lie.
That's right.
A lie. Everything that comes out his mouth, his politician's mouth, is a what? A lie. Donald Trump said he was not in the Epstein file. He was. Who again said he was in the Epstein? Who again? Elon Musk said he had no dealings with Epstein. He didn't go to none of his parties. Guess what? He went. He was there. And he is such, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? How to put a simpleton. Epstein trying to tell him he bringing young girls. He thinking Epstein invited him to some UN council they're about to have. Brother, you know what I mean? Like everything that coming out of their mouth is a liar. War on drugs. War on drugs. Who said it? Reagan said it first. Then Donald Trump came and said it. This is a war on drugs. It's all a lie. It's all a farce. Read on.
Come on. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 11 and verse 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
For what?
For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
Who is that talking about, man? That's your who?
Oppressor.
That's your oppressor. You know, getting wrong that. He has not judged this earth with truth. He has not. You understand? All right? He has lied on the earth. Saying that what? The land the Palestinians is on belong to them. A lie. Don't belong to that land. Does not belong to any of you. Saying that you didn't have no dealings in slavery when you was the insurer of all the boats. You insured it. You participated in slavery. Like they're making it look like this is the first genocide that they dealt with. Somebody look up this to me. What's slavery a genocide? Let me see what Google going to say. What's slavery a genocide? Banker again, eh?
Come on, sir. It says, this is according to Google, while slavery, particularly the Atlantic slave trade, caused immense death and suffering, making it a horrific crime against humanity and a cultural tragedy, Ma'afa, whether it legally constitutes genocide is debated.
White man is the devil. That's why I say what? He dwelt what? What's the last part of verse 40?
So long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
That's deceit, huh? Slavery was a genocide.
Right.
Clear. The problem is this. What black people don't understand is this. They think is who alone has to pay for slavery in the eyes of black people. Who black people from the Caribbean saying how to pay for slavery? He had one. What to pay them for reparations?
I mean, Britain.
Right? Come on, who they said have to pay for slavery here in America?
Who has to pay for it?
Yeah, who had to pay for it? Who had to pay reparation?
Oh, the United States of America.
Yeah. But that's the problem. Because black people don't understand it was a Jewish man, it was the Arabs, it was the Africans, and it was the who? The Europeans.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
We're not looking at it as like a different nations of people were responsible for our slavery.
Yeah. We just blaming one. When you say nation, meaning they're blaming a few countries. Like who? It's Spain, Netherlands, or Holland.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Italy. No, not Italy. France, England, and America.
Yeah.
Where was the Jewish man? Where was Amalek? You understand? Where was those Ashkenaz? Where they were? Where was the Arabs? Slavery was a full-out genocide. But the problem is, they're going to have to, the earth is going to have to say what it did to us.
Sluggish, sir.
Come on.
Even during the Holocaust, it said that countries like or the people that were responsible in these other countries, they occupied was along with Nazi Germany. It said Austria, Croatia, France, Hungary, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Ukraine also were indicted.
You understand? Like they make sure and got what? Justice for their people. They got justice. America signed on to give the so-called Jewish man, I think it's $3.8 billion a year for the next 10 years. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You understand? But when it comes to us, you want to tell us forget about slavery. But Donald Trump telling you white folks forget about the Epstein file. What's the problem? So if you ain't gonna forget about the Epstein file, then why should I forget about slavery? Why should I forget what your ancestors did? Oh, that was in the past. Well, that was in the past too. The Epstein file was in the past. When Epstein was when they say he died by alleged hanging himself, suicide. When did Epstein die? I think it was what?
August 10th, 2019, sir.
2019. How much years? That was what? 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago? That was in the past. Now what Donald Trump trying to tell you? It's in the past. Why you all digging? Why are you all upset? You all voted in a criminal, and he's doing what a criminal will do. I don't understand. Oh, you voted him in to deal with the Hispanics, right? To get the bad hombres out. Also, but now he doing what? He doing a bad job trying to get the hombres out. So now you're trying to renege on who you put in the office. Nah, he represents you all well and good.
That's right.
You understand? White people, you all gotta hold this one. You understand? And you black people who went and vote for Trump. Boy, I would like to speak to some of you all. I would like to speak to some of you all. I want to get a stamp. I mean, Uncle Tom, and just put it right in your forehead. You walk around with that with shame. Damn fool. You went and vote for Donald Trump. To do what? To close the border up? Well, maybe you'll get all the jobs now. Oh, you ain't getting no jobs still. Well, but you ready to go pick some oranges? No. Black man? You ready? I don't think you're ready. Better leave them Hispanics alone. That's our brothers. You understand? That's our sisters. You better leave them alone. Right? Read on.
Come. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 11 and verse 42. For thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
Brother, come on, man. Who's that talking about? Blacks, Hispanics, First Nation people, man. The First Nation people taught you all how to survive your first winter across here, you bastards. And you stole their land. Now you're vexed at Russia for trying to get back Ukraine. Are you a bunch of hypocrites? And Donald Trump trying to call you all out on it. You understand? I want to read the Epstein file, and I want to see how nasty these oppressors were. But white people, why you want the files? You have some morality now, some integrity now. Why you want the files? I want to see the files. I have a reason to want to see the files. Because I'm willing to forget about slavery. I'm willing to put slavery in the past. Because I care about victims. And I care about the trauma that it has done to our people. You understand? So I deserve to see the Epstein file. But white people, do you deserve to see the Epstein file? Ask yourself that question. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, do you deserve to see it after what your forefathers did? And you turn a blind eye to it. All the abortions you all let been done in this place. When it was now it started affecting your babies. Now you want to ban abortions? All the brothers and sisters that went to jail in the 80s for the war on drugs. Now drugs is a sickness. Doing drugs is a sickness. All of a sudden, you're a bunch of hypocrites. And Donald Trump, boy, boy, you're leading the charge. You're leading the charge. You understand? It's the same thing when you see a preacher like Eddie Long or Creflo Dollar, right? What do you think about the people who is sitting down and listening to them? They have to be worse than that preacher. Right, read on.
Come on. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 11, verse 42, going in the middle. Thou hast loved liars.
Thou hast what?
Loved liars.
Oh boy. Brother, there's a part in this show, Game of Thrones, with Littlefinger. You might know who Littlefinger is, but Littlefinger was asked about lying. And he was like, no, you just lie more. And lie more. Say you don't tell the truth. You say you dig a hole, then you dig deeper. You dig deeper. Meaning you lie on top of lie, you lie, and that's the white man for you. Lying about everything. And then 20 years when the mark bust, when the truth come out, people shocked. What you shocked about? Read on.
And destroyed the dwelling of them that brought forth fruit.
You understand? Read on.
And has cast down the wall of such as did thee no harm.
And that's him. Like when Christ come back, brother, these people would have earned their reward, which is give me in Revelation where it says reward them double.
It's like you leave this one now.
Yeah, you can leave this one now. Right? You stay with me. Somebody get me where it talks about reward them double in Revelation. Can't one get from it. And you go to 2nd Ezra 12.
Okay.
On 31. Go ahead.
Gun. This is the book of Revelations 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
You understand? The Lord is saying, reward her even as she rewarded you. Who's the she? The so-called oppressor. These Europeans, oh, they're gonna get a reward. They're gonna get a prize. No, I don't know if they're gonna like the prize they're gonna get, but they're gonna get a prize. You understand? Read on.
Gun and double unto her, double according to her works.
And the Lord is saying double. You understand? No, normally, right? If somebody do you a wrong, right? Normally, what should be the judgment? Something that is what? That is equal in balance. Right? Remember, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Right? Somebody take your eye out, that person I was supposed to what? Come out. 2. You understand? But when Christ came, Christ said it to do what? What Christ said it to do? There's not eye for eye, tooth for tooth. What did Christ tell it to do?
It's like it's just
Come on,
turn the other cheek.
What does that mean?
That means give your brother another chance.
Right? Forgive him. That doesn't mean don't bring him to what?
The council.
Yes. You gotta, some judgment gotta come from it. But you now ain't gonna take what? Judgment into your what? Into your own hands. You understand? But in Revelation, what is it saying here? Reward her what?
Reward her even as she reward you. And double unto her. Double.
And what? And double. You mean like you want double shot? Well, yeah, he gonna get a double shot. You understand? Because he done been evil on this earth with all the deceit and lies he done put in this earth. The Lord is going to give him double. He ain't gonna get the same 400 years he gave us. He gonna get what? 800. You understand? Read on.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
And according to her what?
Her works.
Her works. Like the white man, he is working for this ark. And he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. All the terrorizing he been doing to the Hispanic community, to the black community. You understand? To this whole entire earth. The Lord is going to make sure he gets it back. Read on.
Gun in the cup which he has filled to her double.
You understand? Yeah. 1 shot, 2 shots, white man. Drink. Understand? Old school, you what? You hold your nose, don't smell it. Let's throw it back. And take it. The Lord is going to reward you for what you did. Now, is it the end of that? More on that?
Done, sir. That's the end of that.
Okay, now go back to what to hold Akashka.
2nd Esdras chapter 12 and verse 31.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the lion whom thou sawest rise up out of the wood, and roaring and speaking to the eagle, and rebuking her for her unrighteousness with all the words which thou hast heard.
You understand? The Lion of Judah. Who's the Lion of Judah? The conquering Lion of Judah.
Yahushua.
Yes, Christ. And he's saying what? What verse in?
2nd Esdras chapter 2, Salakia, chapter 12 and verse 31.
Read on.
and rebuking her for her unrighteousness with all the word of which thou hast heard. Verse
That's what you
32.
go out there and do every week. Every day you do that in class. Every day you do that on the streets. Every weekend. You understand? Every time you go on that TikTok, that YouTube, you are doing what? You're rebuking him for how he dealt with us. Telling him. And it's angering him. You understand? It's angering him to the point where now they're going to try to do what? The whole play now is to try to do what? Control the media, to try and censor it. You understand? The Lord going to find a way for this word to get out. You bastard think you all can control everything. You all don't control the Lord. Read on.
Second Ezra chapter 12, verse 32. This is the anointed which the height has kept from them and for their wickedness unto the end.
Unto the end. Because there's going to be an end to this. You think the white man will be allowed to forever, you know what I mean, in perpetuity, to do what the hell he's doing on this earth? No. There's going to be an end. Right? Read on.
He shall reprove them and shall abridge them with their cruelty.
With their what?
With their cruelty.
That's why the Bible says what? The earth is given into the hands of the what? The wicked. Mm-hmm. These are cruel people, man. You know what it is to put a blockade on a country, to starve people. And I'm not talking about the Palestinians. The Palestinians have enough love. The world giving Palestinian all the love. I talk about my brothers in Venezuela. Don't try to destroy the economy. Sitting on, you know what I mean, on oil, you know what I mean, a vast amount of oil. And you sanction that country to the point where people have to leave the country. You're cruel. Or because they don't want to get down with you. I told they said we're free. You Negroes better not come and around me and say you're free. Because I'm going to have some questions for you. You understand? Yes. And Cuba as well. Yes, Matt Choir. Cuba as well. You Negroes better not come around me with that. We're free. Read on.
Come, verse 33. For he shall set them before him alive in judgment.
But he shall set who?
And he shall set them before him alive in judgment.
Yeah, Mr. Oppressor. You ain't gonna be able to dive out the world, I mean your World Trade Center or or wherever you're doing your stocks and bonds. What's that place called? Wall Street. You ain't gonna be able to dive out of Wall Street when it crash. No, the Lord wants you alive in this judgment. He wants you to feel the pain Black people felt. You understand? He wants you to cry. You understand? Every day, like we cried every day, to and from work, to and from home, work. He wants you to cry. He wants you to feel that pain. You understand? He wants you to feel that too. Read on.
And shall rebuke them and correct them.
And what?
And shall rebuke them and correct them.
Yes, we're going to have to teach the white man that it's wrong to do what? It's wrong to do what? It's wrong to lie. It's wrong to be deceitful. You're going to be taught. It's wrong to commit genocide. It's wrong. It's wrong to do what? to steal. You're gonna teach the white man it's wrong to steal because he was fitting to do what with Greenland? Steal Greenland. What did he do with the Venezuelan oil? He stole the Venezuelan oil. He outright stole that. Me or you do that, what would they be calling us right now? We got on some big boat with some ammunition, and we go take a oil tanker. What would they be calling us? Pirates.
So like pirates.
Yeah. They'll be calling us criminals, and we'll be hunted down. You understand? But they could do it. But we're going to have to teach them. You can't do that. That's not yours. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, man. You understand? Read on.
Come on. Let's look at 2nd Esdras chapter 12, verse 34. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy. Those that have been pressed upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of judgment.
You understand? Like that day, when he is in pain, somebody is going to be one. When he is in pain, somebody is going to be what? When Christ returns and the oppressor is in chain, you understand? We are going to be what? I don't know how you're going to be, but I'm going to be joyful.
Joyful. Joyful.
I'm going to be happy when Christ returns. And the oppressor, he now has to become what? 3rd class, 2nd class. Name 2nd class. He going at the bottom. You understand? I'll be joyful. And he will be what? In pain. He'll be crying. He'll be sorrowful. He'll be trying to do what? Beg his way out of this. Remember what the Egyptians did. The Egyptians did what? When the Most High unalived their firstborn, what did they do? They called the Israelites and tell them what? And gave them what?
Get out. They forced their riches. They just spoiled them.
Yeah, they gave them gold. So yo, take these gold, take whatever. Leave now. Too late for that. You gotta go bury your dead now. You gotta go bury them now. Too late for that. You understand? And the oppressor, he gonna have something coming his way. All the lies that they done did on this earth. Like, don't believe anything you hearing coming out of this white man's mouth. You understand? Nothing. Anything? I know we up at the time. All right. Michael, any more on them Epstein? Any good thing? You read through it?
Sir, that was pretty much it outside.
Go ahead.
Outside of Bill Gates. Bill Gates, his wife. Yeah, his wife is up in arms, and she's saying that he needs to come to terms with the reasons why he's mentioned so much in the Epstein files. You know.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
No, you all heard about? Did you all hear about Bill Gates? Bill Gates went to this. Bill Gates apparently contracted someone.
It's like it's an STD, eh?
Yes, these motherfuckers are nasty. You understand? I was asking, what's his name? Epstein, for drugs. Like Epstein is some type of doctor.
Physician.
Yeah, some physician or something.
Yeah.
So that he could give to his wife so that she don't contract what he have. Come on, man. Come on.
He was probably asking Epstein because he know Epstein had the same thing before and was like, "What the hell did you forgot what that minutes
Yeah.
left?" Well, I call my private.
Any antibiotics? You understand? Like, brother, one thing I have to show you here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I could get this here quick for you all. Then I'll let you all out. This is like 2 minutes of this, and we out. Where's the share? Oh boy.
Good night.
Tell me if you okay here, right?
Officials who are in power right
You okay here?
Come, sir.
now, billionaires from Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, etc., Intel connections, other foreign connections, media angle, and then just some of the general horror that is encapsulated in these things that are so difficult to read, you can scarcely wrap your mind around.
Yeah.
So truly, this is record-breaking in terms of the number of things that we're going to try to get to in this show, but it is all going to be focused on the revelations in the latest Epstein files dump.
That's right. It's the most elements we've ever put together for an entire show. So we do, we put a lot of work behind the scenes into this. I do want to just say for everybody, for our general YouTube audience, we're going to be breaking this up into multiple clips. However, we can fix, if you're watching this on...
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Salaki. Let us go for a little bit here. Hold on. I don't know if I might get to the part. If I don't, in a minute time, then I'll just tell you. I'll just tell you about it. What did I do with that, boy? Come on, man. No, hold on. Okay.
Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, the radical left. That Wolf, who's a third-rate writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to hurt me, politically or otherwise. And that came through loud and clear. So we'll probably sue Wolf on that. And maybe the Epstein estate, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to certainly sue them. You want to sue the Epstein estate? Well, you may. I guess so, because he was conspiring with Wolf to do harm to me politically. That's not a friend.
Trump talking there about how it doesn't implicate him. However, there were some bad things there for Donald Trump here in the files. Let's go and put the first one up here on the screen. This one got quite a bit of attention. I'm going to couch all of these as responsibly as I can. So here it says, FBI report citing a confidential human source released in the final batch of the Epstein files claims Trump has been compromised by Israel. I will note, if we go to the next one, guys, please, is that one of these sources, Chuck Johnson, is a controversial figure. However, and he's previously been one who has been involved with these types of things. I will say I've known Chuck for many years, and he does actually have quite a bit of connections. However, he's kind of an eccentric character, so you can take that of what you will for his own reputation. You can Google some of the other legal problems that he has right now. I do think it is important, though, to note and to flag some of this stuff which is in the files. And I do also want to give...
Brother, you don't just hear that? You'll just hear that? What did he just say there?
Salakia, sir. He's trying to speak to make himself look like he was victimized by Epstein instead of him being in cahoots or in collusion with him. He's trying to paint himself as being, guiltless.
But what did it just say about Donald Trump? What did it say? What was the final? Some of the final documents they were getting. What did it say about him?
I missed that.
Hold on. I'll play one more time for you all. Now remember, Donald Trump is the president of who? He's the president of who? This is not your question. He's the president of United States of America.
Right.
Right?
On the screen, this one got quite a bit of attention. I'm going to couch all of these as responsibly as I can. So here it says, FBI report citing a confidential human source released in the final batch of the Epstein files claims Trump has been compromised by Israel. I will note, if we go to the next one, guys.
That he been what?
Compromised by Israel.
That's what the file's saying. I ain't saying that. The white man file saying it. You understand? These people are what? Very deceitful. Very, very deceitful. You understand? He is making it look like what? He don't know that this is the most evil man and he won't be around him. But they were best friends. And said what? Me and Jeff, we both like them on the what? The young side. He said it. Like they thought they would never been caught, and that's the what? That's the pride of this white man. He done build the most powerful empire on the earth and think nothing could bring him down. Nothing. Well, let the Epstein file out. He's the most powerful nation on the planet. Let it out. But you won't. Because the FBI just found out that what? You've been compromised. Now you understand why, even though they're committing genocide, guess what's happening? And the policies that America put in place for supporting countries that are committing genocide, somehow it's not meant for Israel. And somehow. Now you understand. That's why we say what? Don't believe anything they're saying, man. That's why we say the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You brothers and sisters, give your brother the benefit of the doubt over the white man. Don't give the white man the benefit of no doubt. Don't put your trust in him. Don't put your life in his. Don't do anything like that. He's lying to you. You understand? All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer. We're gonna take it. Who's the guy from Kodam?
Come on, sir.
All right.
Clap it up.
Check. Men of Israel, we're gonna run a one credit salute to Captain Athar. Men of Israel, my Shabbat, Flak Amajim. Men of Israel, my Shabbat, Amajim, Barak. How about Shimmy Abashah, brother?
Yahweh, by Shimmy Abashah, Braka Thumb.
Yeah, Matai, Sarman in turn. Sister Imagine Baba Kasha. We're gonna render one courteous salute to the sister. Or the sisters, like it. In the ears of my Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shema. Alatha. Bashim. Most High in Christ. Yahweh Matai. Security announcement. Oh, you shout him to see it. Like. Security announces we are the ISPK, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under the leadership of Commander General Yohana. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Get to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the Purim, which is the 14th day of the 5th and the 15th day of the 12th month. Monday, March the 2nd, and Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. You can find it in Esther, the 9th chapter, and 20 in it's like in 20 through 31st verse. You understand? Y'all already know the Passover is literally tomorrow. So we need to go ahead and get the $200 in and get all your affairs in order. You understand what I'm saying? If anyone want to be a troop in the school and start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and a scarf, and with that, class dismissed.